assures due process in the National University of Education and Government. Senate now meets at a meeting on resilience and compromise ways and means. Plus, SAL, LASO, 27th on its strong. Hello and welcome to the World News, coming to you live from the studios of Rstv Television here in Port Harcourt. I am Obuka Umida. Do you love and care about Rstv and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube at Rstv Online and Facebook at Rstv22 Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Now the news in details. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has reiterated that the employment process remained cancelled at the National University of Education, Rumo community in Obiakpo local government area. Governor Fubara, however, assured that the process shall be revisited so that only qualified persons within the stipulated number will be employed into the institution. Tanopara Bibubo completes the report.
The protesters displayed placards that had several inscriptions on them, ranging from demanding that they be paid salaries of 9 months they worked after they were employed and also be reinstated as staff. Represented by the head of Rivers State Civil Service, Dr. George Nweke, Governor Fubara explained that the previous employment process was cancelled due to intolerable irregularities. But he gave the assurance that a new process will commence soon because there is now a governing council in place to supervise it. Governor Fubara explained that instead of employing 867 staff, the institution employed 1,900, and instead of employing 420 as academic staff out of the number, only 123 academic staff were employed, which is grossly unacceptable.
It's not a matter of coming here. It's a matter of, it's your right as Rivers people. And let me also correct one thing. It's not just Rivers people. Rivers State is a very open-minded state. We even employ non-indigenous. Because in the academic industry, we are looking for the best. It's not a blackmail of we are indigenous. Even if we are not indigenous, provided we have advertised and you have passed interview and whatever, we owe you a duty. But where something was wrongly done, which is what we said was the reason given for the for the delay, we want to check everything and get it right.
Speaking on behalf of the protesters, Mr. Valentine Bone Barinedum described as unfortunate the fact that after being employed and working for 9 months, they had to suffer the fate of cancellation of the employment process. He appealed to the government to pay the salaries of the 9 months that they worked and reinstate them as staff of the institution.
We have worked for these 9 months. We want our job back. We want our salaries paid because it is highly not fair of the government of this state to treat us this way.
Tamunobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Former coordinators of the Grassroots Development Initiative, GDI, in 12 local government areas of Rivers State have pledged their unalloyed loyalty to Governor Siminalayi Fubara. They made the pledge when they paid a solidarity visit to the governor at the government house on Sunday. Tamabara Bibulibo has details of this report.
The former GDI coordinators represented Obiakpo, Ogubolo, Port Harcourt City, Opopo Nkoro, Gokana, Boni, Awoda West, Awoda East, Ogba Igbema Ndoni, Oyibo, Asare Toro, and Akoko Toro. They were led by the former coordinator of Obiakpo local government area, Prince Collins Onuwo. He explained that they resigned their leadership position in GDI to enable them join the simplified movement and contribute their efforts to advance the cause of Rivers State.
Today, we have come to join other millions of Rivers women, Rivers youths, Rivers elders who said we must protect our vote. We have no concern with who is the governor here. Our interest that we voted the most peaceful election in Rivers State, election where there was no bloodshed, a fight against any youth in this state. It's a fight for the entire state.
On his part, the former public relations officer of GTI, ACF Christian Abu said by joining the simplified movement, they were strengthening the strategies and vehicle that convey electoral successes in previous administrations to support Governor Fubara.
GDI has been the vehicle for the successes we have recorded in previous elections in Rivers State. And our support today for him is total, is unwavering. We are committed, we are dedicated, we had sleepless night to see to this victory. And this victory we have come to stand to protect.
Tam Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Coordinator of Simplified Movement in Rivers State, Ambassador Chijioke Hungo, has pledged total support for the administration of Siminalayi Fubara as Governor of Rivers State. Ambassador Hungo made the pledge during a rally organized by PDP Ward 3, Rstv and Atali in Obiakpo, local government area of Rivers State. Emmanuel Emion was there, and his report is presented from our studios.
Leader of Obiakpo Simplified Movement, Ambassador Chijioke Ihunwo, appealed to the people in the area to complement the efforts of the governor in peace building and support his administration for the overall interest of the state. Ambassador Ihunwo, while addressing the people, explained that Siminalayi Fubara has showed exemplary leadership quality to pilot the affairs of the state, describing him as a man of principle. The youth leader maintained that no amount of distraction can stop the governor from delivering the dividend of democracy for the people of the state, hence the need for everyone to join hands and support government policies and programs in order to move the state to an enviable height.
The grace of God, we have won the Supreme Court and the governor is working. So I want to tell all of us that do not be scared that this state belongs to all of us. Yes, sir. This man is a man that has conscience, is a God-fearing person. So we want to say this, that look, be involved in whatever we are doing. Your supporting us will not be in vain.
Special advisor to the governor on power, Honorable Solomon Eke, explained that a leader is one who cares about the well-being of the people, noting that Siminalayi Fubara's leadership disposition will usher in investors, create job opportunities for the teeming youths, and boost the economy of the state.
This is 100% simplified word. The mobilization is encouraging, and so we do not have so much work to do here. I know the powers that be are with us here in this world. So it has shortened our job. I want to say another time we'll come and celebrate with you. But this one, we are doing the traditional thing to show that Ward 3 is simplified. Not so? Not so.
Some PDP stakeholders in Ward 3, Rstv Atali, said they are pleased with the leadership of Siminalayi Fubara, promised to support his administration to move the state forward.
It's very obvious with the mammoth crowd here. It speaks volume that the people of Ward 3 are solidly behind our governor. We need to consolidate him, be part of his program plan to ensure that he takes Rivers State to greater heights.
People came out today. It was an organic love. This is a show of love, authentic love from the people. Without giving them time, they came out en masse. What we are saying is that all and sundry should support the governor because he has good tidings for the state.
We are so pleased with the governor, with his wealth of wisdom. Ward 3 here in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State will continue to support our dear governor. No SIM card, no network.
The group had earlier paid a courtesy visit at the palace of the Nyerisimba Moresara Kingdom, His Royal Highness Eze Sydney Walu.
In a bid to improve security awareness and capacity to manage crises in the society, a sensitization program has been organized for some selected students of University of Port Harcourt. Nnamdi Olimini reports that the event was put together by the United Nations Pollock Foundation in collaboration with the Center for Peace and Security Studies, University of Port Harcourt. The report.
The incessant incidents of insecurity, violence, and crisis in the society has attracted the attention of the United Nations Polak Foundation. To this end, the foundation is organizing a sensitization program on understanding the basics of peace building, security, and violence crisis management to university students across the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, including University of Port Harcourt. Director of Women and Children, United Nations Polak Foundation, Dr. Cynthia Obiora, said the purpose of the program is to equip the participants with the necessary skills to fight crime and manage crisis situations.
We're bringing peace awareness and teaching people on how peace building and crisis management and safety, of course. So at the end of the day, we believe that people will be more equipped, starting from this every nucleus of the society, to be more equipped to fight threats and dangers.
Coordinator of the sensitization program on peace building and crisis management, Dr. Ezima Oden, and other organizers said the sensitization program is a train-the-trainer program coming at a very critical time in the history of the country with widespread cases of insecurity and crisis. They expressed satisfaction with the response of the University of Port Harcourt and the participating students, hoping that at the end of the day, the message would not only be passed, but extended to many youths as much as possible.
I think based on the participation and the discussions that followed, I believe that a lot of things they have received.
This sensitization is very critical, especially in this particular time as a nation. We need to talk to ourselves to say, what have we done wrong? What are things that we need to look again? Our national security, which is paramount. That makes a sovereign nation as secure as we, internally and externally.
In his opening remarks, Director Center for Peace and Security Studies, University of Port Harcourt, Professor Martin Ifeanacho, commended the UN Polak Foundation for choosing the university for the program and assured that the collaboration would be sustained. There was question and answer session. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Rivers State Police Command has issued an official update regarding a case involving 3 police officers who have been accused of engaging in acts of extortion. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, SP Grace Iringakoko, said Inspector Michael Ode was found guilty and subsequently dismissed from duty following thorough orderly room proceedings and a comprehensive review conducted by the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 16. Iringakoko said the force provided information regarding the ongoing reviews pertaining to ASP Dobara Edoyambo and ASP Talent Mungo, as their respective ranks required approval from the Inspector General of Police and the Police Service Commission. The PPRO informed the public that the Police Service Commission has officially authorized the suspension from duty ASP Dobara Edoyambo and ASP Talent Mungo, effective from February 29, 2024, adding that the salaries of the implicated officers have been stopped. She explained that 2 officers will face the Force Disciplinary Committee, which is responsible for addressing disciplinary issues involving senior police officers, and that update will soon be given on other cases involving these officers. According to her, this decisive course of action serves as a strong deterrent to any police officer who may contemplate engaging in misconduct and unequivocally reaffirms the force's unwavering commitment to upholding the fundamental principles of credible policing in Rivers State. She said the Rivers State Police Command, under the leadership of CP Olatunji Disu, PSC, remains steadfast in its dedication to maintaining discipline among its officers. The command therefore encouraged residents to promptly report any instances of unprofessional behavior or misconduct displayed by officers, and that reports can be made through the following contact channels. Phone number 081 61 355 218. I repeat again, 081 61 355 218. And WhatsApp number 0806 716 7605. As all reports will be handled with the utmost confidentiality. do love and care about Rivers State and our peace, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Up ahead on the news, UK bans international health workers, caregivers from bringing their families with them. Details shortly.
Wake up the champion in your child. Give them energy to go further. Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child.
A lush woman never settles because when she goes after passion, she finds her true self. Pink? A lush woman knows beauty is what she makes it to be. A lush woman stands up to all stereotypes, and with every stand, she'll be doing it for her, and her. Lush hair. Be beautiful.
Awesome wonder and mighty ruler, the king of all the earth.
I have said this, and I'm going to say it. My vision is not to buy private jets. My vision is not to drive the most expensive car. My vision is not to use the money of God to build expensive school that the members that contributed cannot attend. My vision is to use the resources of God, prepare people for heaven. My vision is to look for the lost souls, look for the prostitutes, look for the armed robbers, look for the killers, look for the assassins. Use the resources of God and rehabilitate them and prepare them for heaven. My vision is to look for children that cannot go to school, children that are roaming on the street. Use the resources of God, take them to a school, so that they can go to school and become better people tomorrow. That is my vision.
OPS, Dr. Jesus in Action. Dr. Jesus in Action. God is here.
If they're ahead.
What happened to snacking? Delicious is being denied. Munchings become mindless. To that we say, not on our watch. Messy munchers play dirty. Busy biters take a moment and intensify it. Cause when snacking is under attack, we'll be there to fight back. Snack in the name of play.
Wake up the champion in your child. Give them energy to go further. Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa helps wake up the champion in your child.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You are still watching the World News coming to you live from the studios of Rivers State Television here in Port Harcourt. Moving on now, the people of Igbo Kingdom in a Che local government area have reached a conclusion to dethrone any traditional title holder involved in the grabbing of land left by their ancestral forebears. On Ishagori Igbo Kingdom, His Royal Majesty King Samuel Amechi revealed the position of the kingdom at a meeting of the Council of Chiefs in his palace at Edegelem. Gospel Anele reports that youth executive of the kingdom also attended the crucial meeting.
Expressing displeasure over the negative effects of land grabbers in his kingdom with the support of unscrupulous indigents, King Amechi explained that the kingdom cannot fold its arms and allow them cause chaos between communities and families. King Amechi declared that any chief in his kingdom involved in the land grabbing exercise will be dethroned, just as anyone who sells a parcel of land twice will be prosecuted according to the law. King Amechi, however, frowned at the situation
nation, where the youth use land grabbing as a stock in trade, thereby demarketing the abundantly blessed and hospitable kingdom, praying that the issue of land grabbing should be addressed by the state government and the community leaders without bias in order to enthrone lasting peace. King Amechi, who described dialogue as the best approach to achieving peace in the society, said the council is committed to providing enabling environments to engender peace and progress, while appealing to the state government to come and develop its land in Igbo Eche, as it is causing problems between Igbo youth and their counterparts from the neighboring communities.
The kingdom took a resolution that any chief, directly or indirectly, involved in land grabbing will be dethroned outright, not suspension. They have made it compulsory that anybody buying land within Igbo kingdom should please make sure that the village chief of that place is a signatory to the agreement.
The Onyeisiala Chogocho Town, His Royal Highness Eze Charles Nwala, and his counterpart in Abara Town, Eze Jonah Nwala, as well as the paramount ruler of Umoga community, Eze Shama Anyalebechi, expressed anger over the negative effects of land grabbing on the kingdom and advised the youth in the state to venture into meaningful activities that will bring development rather than resorting to personal gains and destruction.
Eche is known as one of the food baskets of Rivers State, but today bulldozers are coming in and taking our agricultural lands. The thing is affecting the communities in Igbo Kingdom.
What is happening in Ibabrasa is a very shameful thing to our boys, inviting foreigners that they should come and grab a land owned by the indigenes. This is a taboo in our community.
It has demarketed this kingdom. Every time on the news you hear land grabbing in the Igbo kingdom. People inherited these lands from their forefathers. And right before you, someone from nowhere will just come and is clearing your land and is taking up your property.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
As Christians all over the world commemorate motherhood, the Lynn Chancellor and Tower's mission, Boji, was not left out as they joined forces to celebrate mothers because of the impact they make on the development of the society. Wife of the President of the Lynn Chancellor and Tower's mission, Mrs. Joyce Fineface Aka, enjoined Christian faithful to seek the face of God in every sphere of their lives to make better homes, culminating in habitable society. Emmanuel Imionu covered the event at Boji, and his report is presented from our studios.
It is believed that the progress of the society and nations is directly linked to the efforts and culture of women who instill good values in their children. The wife of the President, Lynn Chancellor and Tower's mission, Mrs. Joyce Aka and Mrs. Hope Chinweze, in their admonitions, explained that the importance of mothers as the bedrock of every family and tool for societal growth cannot be overemphasized, and harped on the need for husbands to encourage their wives, giving them the necessary support to enable them nurture God-fearing children. They charged mothers to be prayerful, lead lives worthy of emulation, be peace ambassadors in their various homes, respect their husbands, eschew acts capable of jeopardizing the image of motherhood, and serve God in spirit and in truth.
It's important to emphasize that every woman must know that without Christ, as the Bible says it, she can do nothing. For you to be a successful mother, whether be at home, to your husband, to your children, to those who live around you, you must acknowledge the place of God in your life.
It is the gift that God has given to us to do, the task God has put in our hands. Anywhere in the church, anywhere we go to, when you see, you cannot close your eyes when you see children that is doing bad things, because it is the work of mothers.
In goodwill messages, members extolled the sterling qualities of mothers as loving, caring, and great teachers, without whom there won't be a viral nation.
You know, the attribute of motherhood is actually incomparable. Mothers are very strong. They dignify themselves in their strength. Even in the midst of difficulty in the home, the mother is always there.
Mothering Sunday is a time to honor the incredible impact you have on our lives, families, and communities. Your selfless love and nurturing spirit lights up our days and fills our hearts with warmth and joy.
The President, Lynn Chancellor and Towards Mission, Very Reverend Fineface Aka, advised children to always compliment the effort of their mothers at all times in order to attract more blessings from God.
Pray that God, in the present moment, may show unto you his finger of approval for all the good things you have done, being the greatest beacons that build our homes, our communities, and the larger society.
The event featured presentation of gifts to mothers, choir ministrations, and prayers.
Some lost but found food items have been brought to the River State Television for possible identification and collection by the owner. The foodstuff, contained in a white sack bag, was found by an honest Nigerian, Elder Ibe Wode from Elelimo Town. Namdi Olimini reports.
Elder Wadi explained that the sack bag containing the food items fell from a bus heading to Eleme Junction without the notice of the conductor, driver, or the passengers. On Saturday last week, he said the incident occurred when he was driving closely behind the bus, but all efforts to stop them failed. According to him, he had also taken the items to all the motor parks at Eleme Junction, but could not find the bus or the owner of the items.
It was on the Saturday as I closed work by 3 o'clock. I was driving down to my house. I followed one bus in the back. Then the food item that is on top of the bus fell down on the ground. The one Aboki wanted to pick it and stop my car and carry me, and the Aboki carried the food items inside my motor. I pursued the motor. I did not get him before the Eleme Junction. So this thing happened around there by 3 o'clock on Saturday. Now food item, I don't know the owner. The owner can come here and receive his goods. So I cannot eat the thing that is not my own.
Items contained in the sack bag include gari, palm fruits, okazi leaves, guava, and other food items. The rightful owner of these items is expected to come to River State Television for identification and collection of the items. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
The Senate has inaugurated an ad hoc committee to investigate the ways and means and the anchor borrowers program of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Led by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and other senators to the inauguration, the move comes after a decision by the Red Chamber to probe details of the programs based on monies given to the state governments, manufacturers, aviation, banks, excess funding in the power sector, amongst others, which raised the current debt profile of the country. This was part of resolutions of the Senate after a debate over the report of the National Assembly Joint Committees on Banking, Insurance, and other financial institutions, finance, national planning, agriculture, and appropriation on the state of the economy. The Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, have declared a 7-day warning strike over their salaries withheld during the 2022 nationwide strike. SANU President Mohammed Ibrahim told journalists Monday that the decision was taken at a joint action committee of the two unions held in Akure, the Ondo State capital, on Thursday and Friday. Ibrahim, who read the communique of the meeting to journalists in Abuja, said the unions decided to embark on the warning strike as a last resort after several protest letters and other communications with the federal government did not yield any results. It stressed that if nothing is done by the federal government to positively address the situation and respond to their previous letters to them, members of the two unions may be forced to meet soon to take all lawful and stringent decisions on the matter. The United Kingdom government has issued a statement banning international health workers and caregivers from bringing their dependents to the country on work visas. This was announced by the Secretary of State for the Home Department, James Cleverly, in a statement on the Home Office X account. According to the statement released on Monday, the UK said the ban was part of the plans to reduce migration and the economic downturn facing the UK, which Rishi Sunak has been trying to fix. Early this year, in the same manner, the UK banned international students from bringing their families to the European country, affirming the measures to cut down migration. On entertainment news, Canadian international rapper Drake has lost a massive $600,000 bet after Anthony Joshua knocked out Francis Ngannou in their much-hyped heavyweight showdown in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Deborah Allen takes a look at
the superstar recording artist, known for placing massive bets on sporting events, posted on Instagram that he was betting $615,000 on Ngannou to beat Anthony Joshua. The superstar, alongside several fans of combat sports, believed that Ngannou could get the job done against Joshua, and if the bet had clicked, it would have paid out $1.9 million. Joshua secured a brutal knockout against Francis Ngannou in the second round of the Knockout Chaos Clash on Friday night. The 96th Academy Awards closed out an event.
Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. To end the news, a recap of some major stories. Rivers State Governor Simeon Fubara has reiterated that the employment process remained cancelled at the Dashosajiro University of Education Rumolimi community in Obiakpo local government area. The Senate has inaugurated an ad hoc committee to investigate the ways and means and the Anchor Borrowers Program of the Central Bank of Nigeria. We reported to you that the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities, SANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union, NASU, has declared a 7-day warning strike over their salaries withheld during the 2022 nationwide strike. That's all we have for the news. Many thanks for joining us. I am Obuka Mida. Good night.
Dynamic Flame of Fire and Miracle Ministry present 2